Hello, boys and girls. This is Miss Palazzo speaking. Today for science, we are learning explaining the problem in the reserve. Okay, lesson 3.6. So today's activity is we're going to revisit the Bengal Tiger Reserve. What do you know about how seeds get to new places in their habitat? So let's take a second to think. What do you know? What happens? What do animals do? They first eat the seeds, and then they move from place to place, right? So, key concept. Animals sometimes disperse seeds by eating fruit, moving to another place, and leaving droppings with the seeds inside. Some plants depend on animals to disperse their seeds. These animals depend on plants for food. We have been working as plant scientists to explain what is happening with the chalta trees in the Bengal Tiger Reserve. Let's return to our problem in the reserve and see if we can explain what's happening there. So the chapter 3 question is, why aren't the chalta seeds getting to place where they can grow? So let's look at this diagram. What information do you have about chalta trees from your diagrams? Let's look at the diagram. We see animals, we see an elephant, a tiger. So this animal eats this kind of tree. This animal eats this kind of tree, and an elephant eats the chalta trees. So elephants eat chalta fruit, and elephants depend on chalta trees for food. So the lead scientist has shared some new data. It is from different part of the broadleaf forest habitat, not the reserve. So animal dropping data. Okay, so animal dropping observed. So this is the animal dropping of elephants. This is the gourd dropping and the hornbill dropping. Okay, number of chalta trees in the dropping. So elephants, they drop 607. This animal drops 3, and hornbill, which is a bird, drops 0. So let's take a second to think, what does this data show? What do you think the data means? More seeds are found in the elephant dropping than the other animals. The elephant ate the chalta fruit and left droppings with seeds inside. So this animal, the chalta tree, depends on elephants because they eat more seeds, which leads up to more trees. Here is more data. The lead scientist collected this data in the Bengal Tiger Reserve. So here's the year 1995, 1997, and 2015. Number of elephant in the Bengal Tiger Reserve. So by looking at 1995, there were 220 elephants. 10 years later, there's 0. So what do you think what do you think the reason why chalta trees aren't growing? What do you think this means? This means by 1995, in 2015, there were no more elephants to spread the seeds. The reason the chalta trees aren't getting to places where they can grow is because there are no more elephants. So if there's no elephants dropping, like you going to the bathroom, whatever you call it, that means that the seeds are not going from place to place. Sorry, I had to explain it because droppings. Anyways. Now we will look at our Bengal Tiger Reserve maps again. Let's see if the map can help explain why there are no more elephants in the reserve. So let's look at the map. Here's the Chalta trees, and this is 1995. There's the Chalta trees, fig tree, and the red silk tree. Okay, and in 2015, looks like there's more trees, but remember the map showed the Bengal Tiger Reserve in two different times, 1995 and in 2015. So what is different about the reserve between the two times? What do you think might be happening? What do you think? In 2015, map shows a fence that was built in 1996. Oh, this is a fence. Ah. Elephants got blocked from coming into the reserve, so they couldn't disperse chalta trees. So by building the fence, it really made it a really bad thing for them, because then no animals could really go in and eat it and spread it out. So what do you think they should do with that fence? Maybe take it out to solve the problem? So why aren't chalta seeds getting to places where they can grow? So there are some science words we've been using. We will think about how these words are related to one another. Seeds, habitat, depend, and system. I could say that these words are related because seeds depend on things in their habitat in order to grow. But I could say more by describing how seeds depend on animals in their habitat. So seeds depend on the habitat to grow, and animals depend on the seeds in the habitat to grow. So they're all related, all connected to each other. Some seeds depend on animals to move them to places in their habitat. Some seeds and droppings in fur depend on animals to move them to places in their habitat. So you see how they're all connected? Writing the scientific explanation. What is the scientific explanation? It answers a question. It's based on science you've learned. It uses science words. It is shared with someone. When scientists are writing scientific explanation, they should think about their audience. That means people will share their explanation with. We can share a scientific explanation with the lead scientist in the Bengal Tiger Reserve. As you write, you could think about what the lead scientist would want to know. And in your explanation, you should include as many ideas as you can that help explain what is happening with the chalta trees. The first sentence in the scientific explanation is the topic sentence. The topic sentence begins the answer to the question. Why aren't chalta trees growing in the Bengal Tiger Reserves? Now this is where you say, new chalta trees are not growing because their seeds are not getting what they need to grow. The word because is an important word in scientific explanation. It explains why something has happened. So you have to include because. So you restate the question, okay, they're not growing, and then you add because to help you answer the question. Why scientists write explanation? They support them with ideas, learning from reading and investigating. When you write your own explanation, think about adding all supporting details you can. So this is going to be a worksheet that you're going to be completing. Now, in direction, it says with your partner. Obviously, you're not going to be with your partner. You're going to be working at home. So complete the topic sentence that answers a question. Write a supporting idea by completing the sentence. Add more supporting ideas that will help others better understand your topic sentence. So the question is, why aren't chalta trees getting to places where they can grow? Chalta trees are not getting to places where they can grow because, think about the elephants, think about that map with the fence. Those are all different reasons why the chalta trees aren't growing, okay? The chalta trees depend on to to grow, because what do they depend on? Think about what do they depend on. Think about the animals. Think about the habitat. Think about the seeds, okay? So talk, complete your, and it has to be in a complete sentence. So the first sentence is already started for you. Just completing the sentence will not give the lead scientist enough information. That's why you need to add more details. We have learned that some of the ways that animals help seeds to new places in their habitat. The next lesson you will investigate other ways. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to go to Google Classroom and complete this worksheet. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.